Hey family, thanks for tuning in. So this video is going to be for the 7th through 12th grade, semester 1 for wilderness survival. And there is a video for 3rd to 6th grade, but this one's a little bit different. One thing that the 7th through the 12th grade get to do is they get to learn how to start fires out in the wild with, a bow or sticks, different rocks, a water bottle, magnifying glass, things like that. We're not going to teach the 3rd graders how to do that. Another thing that's different is the 7th through 12th graders. This is a 13-week class, elective, and each week they are to learn 6 books of the Bible. So by week 12, they have all the books done. And plus, the only other difference is, or another thing, is that they have to get a U.S. Army survival manual. Can you guys see that? Right? We're going to be going by that. And they're going to do a little bit more work considering, their age and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. And so we're going to have... So I'm going to go by the syllabus, but also the lesson plans are part of it. I'm going to break it down into the weeks, and this is probably going to be about a 25-minute video, probably, give or take a couple of minutes. So if you need to see what's going on week 7, you might want to go through halfway of this video so you can skip all the other stuff. So anyway, so that's just an example on where you might want to, find whatever you're looking for. So here are the subjects: situation awareness, what to do when separated from your parents or guardian, hiding for safety, basic self-defense. Now this isn't, we're not doing any Chuck Norris moves or anything like that. This is going to be like, avoiding conflict and things like that. What to do when lost in the woods, animal evasion, how to build a fire, how to build a shelter, how to find water, foraging, maintaining optimal body temperature, basic first aid and hygiene, basic fishing, water safety and floating, poisonous plant identification, edible plant identification, venomous insect and identification, and edible insect identification. So, we also are going to have 2 field trips and 1 cookout, and that's going to be per semester. So the field trip for semester 1, we are going to go to the Caldwell Zoo in Tyler. I'm going to go up there probably this week and take some pictures and plan out a little activity for everyone, because we're going to break into groups with parents and, just certain things to find. We'll meet for lunch and talk about what we found. Everyone can either stay or leave after that. We should be done by then. But we definitely want to focus on the reptile building, the spiders and, what's venomous, what's not, and, with the snakes. So it's going to be fun. So that's going to be one of the field trips, and we haven't decided on yet because I want to get with the parents and see what is probably one of the best days to go. Let's see. Another field trip is to the Texas freshwater fisheries located in Athens. Here, the kids will get to see different types of fish, and they have I believe they have an anaconda up there. I think they have an anaconda there, if not at the zoo, but just cool things like that. And the fishery will show and teach the kids how they go from, the just hatched fish all the way up to the tanks where they are loading the fish up to take them to stock different ponds and lakes in East Texas. Also they'll be able to fish, actually fish, and maybe even catch a fish. Poles are provided there at the fishery. I'm going to go up there probably next week and figure out when we can do that, and they give us a break. We will be having a cookout at the Kickapoo Creek RV campground, Kickapoo RV campgrounds. No, what's funny about that is that I own it. I'm sitting here forgetting the name of it. So what we have is a beach volleyball. We have multiple bounce houses. We have 5. I'm not sure how many we're going to set up, depending on how many kids we have. We have campfire pits, 24-foot outdoor movie theater, and just all kind of stuff. We're going to have food and just have fun with that. We don't celebrate Halloween, so it'll be like a fall festival type thing or end of semester. Let's see. We're not charging anything for the cookout. We got it. If you want to bring something for potluck or, some s'mores or something like that, we'll get together and go from there. But, anyway, so the 2 books, of course, is the Wilderness Survival Guide for Kids by Rick Bain and the U.S. Army Survival Manual. Let's see if I can get this. Can y'all get that? Can y'all see that? These are the 2 books we're going to be going by. And we have some worksheets that we're going to be going. So week 1 is what to expect as far as the classroom, rules and expectations, roles, responsibilities. One thing that I'm going to do with the kids is I'm going to let them make the rules. Actually, I already have the rules made up, but we're going to have little votes. They're all going to get one of these paddles, and if we decide to vote on something, it's going to be a green. No, it's going to be red, but it's really going to be all the same rules. Keep your hands to yourself and no distractions, no phones, things like that. Now, at the end of every class, we're going to have what's called Map Skills Minutes. I can't believe I'm reading this. I should know this. Map Skill Minute. And if we do that, like every 3 to 5 minutes left in class, it actually gives us an actual new segment that we need to cover for wilderness survival, and that's going to be map reading. So the first week, after we do our introductions and rules, responsibilities, things like that, we're going to do what's called learning your pace count. Every one of the kids, I made them one of these. These are, they're called Ranger beads. And we have them in the military. And this is the actual size of a Ranger bead. These are the ones I made. Because these are going to be going on kids' backpack or whatever to show, hey, look, man, I'm in wilderness survival. Now, the way these work is we learn a pace count. So we're going to go 100 feet. Right? Outside, or 50 feet multiplied by 2, whatever, inside the gym or whatever. So when they step, like on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll know how many steps it takes for them to reach 100 feet. So that's where this comes in. So you have 9 down here and 4 up here. So let's say if they have to go 400 feet, right? So if their pace count, I'm just going to throw a number out there, 70. They'll count out 70 and they'll pull this up. That's 1. They'll count out 70 again. That's 2. Count up 70 again. 3. Count up 70 again. 4. They've been 400 feet. So on the map, when they have to go 400 feet, they know where to turn or stop. Now, once they actually have to go to 1,000, they go to 900 feet, and they move this one up. Boom. 1. That's 1,000 feet. So it's kind of like a Bacchus. Okay, so that's going to do it for week 1. Now, here's their homework. Now, this is 7th through 12th. Homework is read pages 1 through 37 in the... Give me 1 second. 1 through 37 in this book, okay? 37 pages, it's not much, man. It's big font, little book, it's got pictures. Don't sweat it. I'm not going to hurt anyone. And let's see. So the homework for that day is, or that week is pages 1 through 37. You're going to read, and you're also going to write and design an emergency plan for you and your family if you were to get separated while camping or at an amusement park. Now, what would you do? Where would you go? Where would you meet up? Things like that. Also, be able to recite your favorite Bible verse, and be able to recite the first 6 books of the Bible. Remember, I mentioned that each week they're going to learn 6 new books. Let's see. All right, so let's go into week 2. Week 2 is going to be about a situational awareness. Knowing your surroundings, stay like that, and how to react in a emergency situation. So, week number 2, first thing we're going to do is turn in our emergency plans, and we're going to focus on staying calm. The first step to situational awareness, what to do when separated with your parents, and hiding for safety. Where would you hide? If you were even in the city or somewhere you want to go to a store, police, hospital, fire, things like that. The map skill minute for week number 2 is going to be parts of a map. So they're going to have a worksheet about parts of the map. The homework is going to be able to recite a Bible verse about defending yourself. How many books are there in the Bible? Be able to recite the first 12 books. Now, see the way this is going. So week 2, the homework is defending yourself. Okay. So week 3, we're probably doing what? Basic self-defense. So week 3, basic self-defense, evasion techniques, staying safe, avoiding conflict, calling for help, and focus on your breathing to stay calm. You can do that. You basically already won the battle. Map skills minute is know your directions. North, south, east, west. Basically, it's a worksheet about a compass rose, things like that. So the homework for week 3 is read pages 38 through 41, and that's in the yellow book. And be able to recite 1 Corinthians 16:13. Be able to recite the first 18 books of the Bible. Now, week 4, that Monday is Labor Day. So it's not Labor Week, it's Labor Day. So whenever you get week 3, on week 3, you will get the homework for week 3, and you'll get week 4 and the homework for week 4. So this is what you're going to be doing. For the week 4, you're going to be able to you're going to be able to explain 1 Corinthians 16:13, what to do when lost in the woods, using a compass, using the sun or the moon to find your way, how to leave a trail, introduction to land navigation. Now, I'm going to make a video, and I'm also going to make a worksheet for that week, and each one of the kids are going to have that. Actually, everyone, the student is getting a folder, and all this stuff is going to be in there. The worksheets, the homework, the assignment, copy of the syllabus, everything. They will have everything with them. They'll even have the clear protractors, clear rulers, a compass, the ranger beads. Yeah, we got all kind of good stuff for the kids. So the Map Skills Minute is through the Squares worksheet. It's a directional, it's directions quiz. It's pretty fun. So the homework for week 4 is read pages 42 through 61 in the yellow book. And what are some ways to identify certain animals? Give me 2 examples. I'll give you 2 examples. Manure and tracks. It's some pretty good reading there. Be able to recite Matthew 6:25. Be able to recite the first 24 books of the Bible. It's not, don't think of it as, 24 books. No, it's just 6 more every week. 5. Okay, so week 5, homework discussion, animal identification, tracks, manure, etc. Why is whistling in the wilderness important? Something to think about. Animal Evasion 101. Know how to react to certain animals. So that's what we'll be going over. That's the lesson plan. And the map skills minute is the sun, stars, finding the North Star. The way you find the North Star, think of the Big Dipper, okay? You got that little extra stuff on the handle. You got the handle, you got the dipper, okay? Where that dipper goes like this, that's going to point to the North Star. So handle, dip, keep going up, North Star. That's how you find the North Star at night. Well, you're not really going to find it during the day. Duh. Okay, so week 5, homework. Well, I actually have on here homework. So, I wonder what that means. It's probably either a typo or something you need to pay attention to. Okay, read chapter 7 in your wilderness survival guidebook. Read chapter, I know this is a coincidence, but read chapter 7 in your U.S. Army manual. What are the 3 main elements of a fire? I guess we're going to be probably doing fire on week 6. What are the 3 main elements for starting a fire? How can you start a fire with bottled water? Bring a toilet paper roll, the cardboard roll, not the paper. Bring a used toilet paper roll filled with dryer lint to class. Be able to give an example of fire from the Bible. In Exodus 3, the burning bush, what does the fire signify? And be able to recite the first 30 books of the Bible. Almost halfway. All right, so week 6, here we go, week 6. I'm trying to make this quick. We're already on minute 17. Homework discussion, then how to build a fire in the wilderness. The elements of a fire, how to find fire material, fire starting methods, fire with less smoke or more smoke for like an emergency signal. So there's some things in the wilderness that's not going to smoke very much. There's some more things that are going to smoke a lot. So if you are stranded, especially as a kid, and you need to call CPS, the Coast Guard, because you're stranded and you want to get that fire, you want to get that smoke, you've got to know what to use, right? So we're going to go over that. The Map Skills Minute is going to be a Compass Rose worksheet and a Map Key worksheet. They go hand in hand. Once again, it says homework. Homework. Read chapter 8 in your wilderness survival guide. Ta-da! Read chapter 5 in your survival manual. Be prepared to build some type of shelter. Now, when I say be prepared to build some type of shelter, we will be going outside and building a shelter. Now, the 3rd through 6th graders, they're probably just going to get, I'll probably bring a tarp or something and we'll just put it over the desk, okay? I'm not going to have them go outside and bushwhack. So I might have something set up for you older kids, older students, to build a shelter. So this is also part of your homework. Make a tent or fort in your house with anything you can with your parents. Okay, with your parents. Let me know what you use for a shelter. Take pictures of your fort. Anyone who stays overnight in their fort will receive extra credit. No pictures, no credit. Be able to recite the first 36 books of the Bible. So back in the 1900s, when I was a kid, what we used to do is make a little fort out of the couch cushions and sometimes a sheet, and even get a fan and blow the fan in there, things like that. So, just use your imagination. Hopefully your parents can help you with that. And let's see. Week 7, homework discussion. We're going to look at the pictures, things like that. How to build a shelter, locations, type of shelters, and finding shelter materials. In the other video, I think it's Emergency Island Shelter on Cozumel, I talked about how there's even survival instructors making videos, and they're like, I built my shelter and everything, and I didn't get any sleep last night because the ants were just killing me. Location, location, location. Okay, so finding shelter materials. The map skill minute is going to be a neighborhood map. We're going to be starting with grids and scales so you can navigate through neighborhoods and know exactly where you're at any given time. Homework. Read chapter 9, booyah, in your wilderness survival guidebook. Read chapter 6 in your survival manual. Draw a picture of a do-it-yourself water filter. I guess we're going to be doing purifying water on week 8. Put in order top to bottom. And this is actually how it goes. Dirty water, gravel, coarse sand, fine sand, cloth, clean water. What Bible verses tell us about when Jesus walked on water? Who else walked on water in the Bible? Don't. Be able to recite the first 42 books of the Bible. So week 8, I'm starting to get a little thirsty. First thing we're going to do is homework discussion. How to find water in the wilderness. Signals of nearby water sources. How to create your own water. How morning dew can be your best friend. I think that just gave it away. And water purification. One cool thing about water purification we're going to do, well, I don't know if we'll do it. We'll probably do it at the cookout. We have banana trees. And so what you can do is you can get a banana tree leaf, the big ones, and you can kind of fold it into like a bowl. You put some water in there, like, rainwater is pretty clear, but you can put some water in there, not too dirty. You're not filtering. You're just going to try to purify it, the contaminants. So you get some nice rocks, not concrete, not little ones, like some good rocks. I'll make a video about it. And you put the rocks over a fire, and so when they get really hot, you do one at a time. You put that rock in that banana tree bowl until the water comes to a complete boil. It'll boil for a minute, then stop. You take that rock off, put another rock in. It'll boil for a minute, and then if it stops, you take that rock, put off. But you just keep repeating that process until it just constantly comes to a boil. And that's one thing to purify your water. Okay, week 8. Homework. Read chapter 10, read chapter 8. What types of bugs are you able to eat in the wild? Make a list of at least 5. So I guess we're going to be doing foraging. Draw a picture of you eating a plate full of delicious bugs and worms. Yummy! What would you rather eat, a bug or a worm? If you have something like a cricket or a grasshopper, pull off the legs first because you could choke on them. And if you decide to eat a worm, always boil it first. Let it purge because they have parasites and stuff. Now I'm getting hungry and thirsty. Where would you go to find food in the wilderness? What kind of food source are you looking for? Bugs, frogs, worms, fish. Let's see. Be able to recite the first 48 books of the Bible. Week 9, homework discussion. We have a guest chef. His name is Chef Pierre. Dude looks like me, sounds like me, everything, but the difference is he's going to wear a chef coat and hat and speaking with a French accent. He's going to show us how foraging works and also how to eat a worm. Actually, it's going to be brown gummy worms crushed in brownie mix as the dirt. I just gave it away. Everybody's going to know anyway. And the dirt and the worms are gluten-free, nut-free, allergy-free. So it's not gonna bother anyone, parent or child, with any kind of allergies. Foraging 101. Why is foraging important? Vegetables in the wild, berries in the wild, mushrooms, nuts, and bugs you can safely eat. The Map Skills Minute is a trip to the mountains worksheet. One thing that I'm going to be teaching is how your fist is basically a map key. You've got your ridge, you got your valleys, things like that. So you can look at your fist and know the keys to map reading. Okay. The homework for week 9 is read chapter 11 in your guidebooks. 100 words or less. Okay. You got to write an essay. I told my son, you're going to have to write an essay that's 100 words or less. The first thing he said was, 100 words or less. Less than 100. Don't go over 100. Less than 100. Okay? Course type, 12 font, single space, on what you've learned so far in class. Be able to recite the first 54 books of the Bible. Week 10. Homework discussion. We're going to be talking about maintaining optimal body temperature, staying cool, staying hydrated, staying warm, identifying heat exhaustion, and identifying hypothermia. What's really cool about this is that I bought 20 of those emergency blankets that when you wear them, you look like baked potatoes. It's Mylar. So the kids are going to get to have fun with that. Let's see. Map Skill Minute, grid, map, and ranger beads. We're going to be focusing on that actually for a couple of weeks because that's extremely important. You need to know where you're at, right? For, that's about a week or two. And the rest, you need to know how to get where you're going. So that's what's important. So week 10, we're still on week 10. The homework is read chapter 12, read chapter 4. Be able to recite 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Be able to recite the first 60 books of the Bible. Almost there. Week 11. This is going to be awesome because it's basic first aid and hygiene. We have a doctor coming in, a special guest, Dr. Van Hamburger. It's a guy that looks just like me, but it's not me because he's wearing a physician coat and has a stethoscope and speaks with a German accent. What to do if you're injured in the wild. Typical injuries in the wild and how to treat them. Bee stings, poisonous, insect bites, poison ivy, poison oak, how to treat those things and stuff like that. Actually, it's really cool. We're going to talk about poison ivy. Usually by poison ivy, there is a plant called jewelweed, and it looks a little bit like poison ivy, but when water gets on it, it kind of repels it to where it looks like a jewel. Well, you can crunch those leaves up and wipe it on wherever the poison ivy oil is on your body, and no problems at all. It heals you that quick. God is great. The homework for week 11 is read chapters 10, 11. Now, these are just pictures. Okay, these are just pictures like spider, snakes, and plant identification. So it has probably 1 or 2 sentences on each page. Okay, so chapters 10, 11, and appendix B, C, D, E, and F. Let's see. So week 12, we're almost there, man. We're almost there. Week 12 is awesome. Week 12, first thing we always do is homework discussion, and it's going to be snakes, spiders, and plants. What's deadly and what's not. The homework, be able to recite an inspirational Bible verse to someone who might be having a bad day. What is your favorite Bible verse? And be able to recite all books of the Bible. Be able, as a class, to teach a mountain lion. See that? Is that right there? Hint. Be able to teach a mountain lion about wilderness survival. So I have a check sheet, and on this check sheet, give me a second. On this check sheet, we're going to break it down. It's a checklist. The light is like, I don't know if you guys can see this. So It's a checklist. Now I'm going to hand this out to everyone, and they're going to be able to break up in teams. So there's going to be different teams, and the things are, this is what they need to teach a lion. And this is what's going to happen on week 13. You will have to teach a lion, a mountain lion, everything about wilderness survival. So this checklist, this is what they're going to do. How to find a lion's pace count, staying calm, self-defense, using a compass, animal evasion, plus whistling and singing, growing a food source, how to build a shelter, how to find water. Actually, the growing the food sources for the 3rd to 6th grade. The 7th grade will be how to start a fire, how to find water, how to eat a worm, how to maintain optimal body temperature, first aid, identify venomous snakes, how to make a friend, and one of the most important things, tell the lion about Jesus. Break out of that shell. So that is the syllabus for 7th. I just went over 31 minutes. Sorry, guys. That's the syllabus for the 7th through 12th grade, semester 1. I hope you guys have a great school year. I hope you enjoy these videos. Let me know if there's any kind of videos or anything that you want me to make. I have a lot of land, and so there's a lot of wilderness, a lot of animals. Matter of fact, last night I recorded a raccoon, just a little small raccoon coming up to my steps and just looking at me and then just walking off. It's really cool. Anyway, all right, so I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've got to go make some other videos real quick and get these on the channel. Time's running out. August 12th is almost here. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.